Entrepreneurship is the recognition and pursuit of opportunity. Opportunities are abounding, and if you don't have an entrepreneurial mindset, you can't recognize the opportunities. Part of success is just getting in motion. Man, just start going in that direction, the direction of your dream. When you leave a comfort zone, you're going to leave some people behind. Entrepreneurs always think expansion. Expansion. Lose yourself in a dream much bigger than you. That's entrepreneurship. There's a definition I learned a long time ago of why people are poor. P-O-O-R. That's because they pass over opportunity on a regular basis. But opportunities are abounding, and especially today. I've never seen so much opportunity in the marketplace for a person that's even a 9-to-5er, has a full-time job, to even be able to start a business in their spare time and generate extra income. So entrepreneurship is the recognition. But see, what I believe is this. If you don't have an entrepreneurial mindset, you can't recognize the opportunities. You don't see them, even though they're there. You're just blinded to them. When you don't believe that there's opportunity, or you think somebody's already invented everything, that nothing else can be invented. Do you know things are being invented right now, every single day? Somebody is seeing an opportunity right now, and somebody's passing over one. Many, many years ago, I learned a phrase, I believe it was Brian Tracy that said it, that at least 4 times a year, you pass an opportunity that could make you a millionaire. At least 4 times a year. That's just going about whatever you do daily. And that's because many times the opportunities are in problems that are in the world. You'll see something and say, why doesn't anybody do something about that? Or why do they do it like that? You know, Uber right now has some competition. A lot of companies are trying to imitate and duplicate what they've done because Uber saw a problem. They brought a solution. Who would have ever thought that people would get in cars with a stranger, somebody you don't know, and that you would use a little app to get them there. They'd pick you up in a few minutes and you never even have to exchange cash. I love that. That's entrepreneurship. There are opportunities like that all around us. So it's the recognition and pursuit of opportunity. I wish I could talk on that more, but I got to get to this next part. Without regard to the resources you currently control. I think that's my favorite part of entrepreneurship, is because you don't need what you think you need in order to pursue an opportunity. I teach potential business owners to do everything that you can do without money to get your business started. So can you name your business without money? Can you do some test marketing by sharing the idea with a few key people and start getting some feedback to see, would you buy this if I created it? There are things you can do without money to start a business. And on my last video, I talked about what you actually need to start a business. And how did I learn it? I learned it by starting multiple businesses from scratch, and especially Circle of Champions, which is my main business. When I started Circle of Champions, I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have any customers. I didn't have a reputation for doing seminars and workshops and coaching and having a membership. I had none of that. I had a dream. I had a vision. I was hungry. I wanted it. I wanted to change the world. And that's still my drive. That's still what's driving me today. And with the internet, thank you, it can help me to touch people like you that I will never meet in my lifetime. So, without regard to the resources you currently control, a true entrepreneur, let's take a real estate entrepreneur. They'll see a piece of property. They don't say, I don't have the money to get that piece of property. Let me just get $1,000, a couple of thousand, and tie it up, and let me figure out how to get the rest. My goal and my mindset is that I will start pursuing the opportunity without regard to the resources I currently control, knowing that as I move, things begin to move. Part of success is just getting in motion. Man, just start going in that direction, the direction of your dream, and all kinds of magic starts to happen. Now, in my case, it's not magic. I serve a God that does bless those who will get up and do something. And that's whether you're a saint or a sinner. It's whether you're black or white. Doesn't matter what your race is, what your nationality is. These are laws that govern the universe, that when you move, you set things in motion. And you actually set up a magnetic force field around you that begins to attract people and circumstances to you that would have never come into your life had you not taken those first steps. Man, I love this. Good teaching, Bob. So anyway, without regard to the resources you currently control, with the confidence that you can succeed. Ooh. Now, that doesn't mean that entrepreneurs don't have doubt. I'm going to tell you something. Every entrepreneur at some point doubts themselves. So do I. It happens. If you're a human being, if you're not a robot, then there are times when you're going to doubt. There's times when your business is going to go through cycles. The first cycle is survival. When you start a business, the main thing you want to do is survive, especially if you're a small entrepreneur. You want to be able to know I can still pay my bills every month. I can put food on the table for my family, and I'm not going to lose everything. When I first started, I had that thought a lot. Am I going to lose my house? Am I going to lose my car? Am I going to lose my wife? Am I going to lose my reputation? All of that stuff, I had all those thoughts, and none of it happened. I'm still here 20 years later. Never missed a light bill, never missed a car note. That's my story. I've heard about all the entrepreneurs that went bankrupt, and I've never been bankrupt. I've sure looked at debt consolidation, and I've looked at, how can I get out of this? But in my lifetime, I've never filed bankruptcy, and that's just my story. Because guess what? I didn't go into business to file bankruptcy. Some people believe that that's just a part of being an entrepreneur. I know a lot of entrepreneurs that never went bankrupt. So that's not your goal. Your goal is not to go in business to fail. With the confidence that you can succeed. Maybe that's why I didn't go bankrupt. And if you have, just shake it off. I know people that have, and they shook it off, and they're still going strong. Many entrepreneurs, they said it was the best thing that happened to them because now they learned what not to do. So confidence, you're going to need confidence going into it, and you're going to have to believe that doors are going to open for you. People are going to buy your product. I'm always knowing and always believing that somebody right now is looking for me. Somebody right now, I'm the answer to somebody's prayer, and so are you. Somebody's been waiting for your book. They're waiting for your invention. They're waiting for your idea. They're waiting for your seminar, your workshop. They're waiting for your contribution to this planet. And actually, you know what I believe? I believe you rob people when you don't do it. You're making it about you when you decide, I'm not going to do this because I might look bad. That's making it about you. Instead of looking at how can I solve a problem in this world that God put me here to solve. Get your mind off you and look at how can I make this world a better place. So which one am I on? I'm on confidence that you can succeed. This next one, I love it. With the flexibility to change course as necessary. Now, this is so important for an entrepreneur because what usually happens is we get married to a method. We get married to what works. And what I used to think is, man, something is working so good, I think it's going to work until Jesus comes. That's how it looks. You think it's going to work forever, and it doesn't. Some things work for 6 months. Some things work for a year. Some things work longer, and some things may work for 1 week. You don't really know. But what you have to do is have the flexibility to change course as necessary. I promise you this. There's somebody listening to me right now. What you're doing is no longer working, and you're baffled by it. You are frustrated with it. It's like, my business is drying up. What do I do? The flexibility to change course. I didn't say change business. I said change course as necessary. Sometimes you have to change your method. Sometimes you have to change your marketing. Sometimes you have to change your pricing. Sometimes you have to change who you're going after. One of the biggest mistakes that I made early, and I made it multiple times, and that's going after cheap customers. Thinking that I can sell to a lot of people. I would much rather have a few high-paying, high quality customers and clients. They're not headaches. They're the best clients. And I know that there's some of you right now that, man, if you could have a $10,000 client right now, it would solve a bunch of your entrepreneurial problems. And with having quality clients like that, and say you sold a product that's $10,000 and you sold 2 of those in a month, man, that's a $20,000 a month. Now, I know that's not a lot for a big business, but for many of the small entrepreneurs that are walking around, if you could do that every month for 12 months, you have a $250,000 business or close to it per year. So, with the flexibility to change course as necessary, I could spend an hour on this. I really could, because I think what happens is that we get in a comfort zone. Now, I'm going to teach something right now. I wasn't going to teach it right now. I'm going to teach it at another time. But I think this is a good time to bring this out. Are you still here, or did you go get some coffee? Come back, because you don't want to miss this.